What's up, YouTube? Brett Hoover from Rants here. Alright, so did Marvel actually make a clown show out of the MCU after making the Infinity Stones just appear to be nothing, meaningless, pointless, due to the TVA being in complete and total control of the universe? Well, according to the Russo brothers, who directed Avengers Endgame, they actually believe that yes, it is a clown show now. Now, my personal opinion on it was, yeah, I thought that was a very, very stupid move on Marvel. Marvel has a bad habit of making jokes out of things that were important. I don't know if it's they've got a strange sense of humor that just kind of makes them think, oh, we'll completely and take something that means so much to fans, means so much to the 10 years worth of movies, and we'll just turn it into something like just a little cheap gag. You know, that's the problem that the MCU has had for a very long time. It's really had it bad in Phase 4. The whole boner thing in WandaVision, it was another example of a gag that just went too far. Instead of it being Mephisto or somebody important, it was a boner joke that actually turned out to be the main plot of the series. So I mean, it just kind of feels like Marvel doesn't take its fans very seriously. So the question more is if Marvel doesn't take their fans seriously and they don't take themselves seriously, then why should the fans take them seriously? And that's where I stand with the MCU as of right now. Now, the MCU, that being said, does have some really cool things. They've had some hit or miss episodes with the What If series. That was pretty good. You know what? I thought Shang-Chi wasn't so bad. I didn't think it was a great film, but of course, you know, they've had some problems, you know, with Simu Liu off screen. And of course, the whole Scarlett Johansson not getting paid really takes a bite out of what Marvel was supposed to stand for, and it kind of makes them sound like hypocrites in a lot of different ways. But let's go ahead and let's read a little bit what the Russo brothers have to say about the MCU as of right now. It says Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame directors Anthony and Joe Russo appeared to imply that the Marvel Cinematic Universe is a clown show after the Loki series radically altered the significance of the Infinity Stones. I mean, I really can't disagree with that too much. It says, in response to the nullification of the Infinity Stones, while within the confines of the TVA, the Russo brothers shared a video to TikTok where they seemingly implied the changes to the Infinity Stones makes the MCU a clown show. Really does. I mean, you build up 10 years with something, a full decade of building up to this, and then one episode completely and totally makes it into just a joke. A meaningless joke, something that was so fruitless, something that would never, that, you know, moving forward isn't going to be even considered a power at that point, at least of any importance, which just blows my mind. That was the biggest mistake Loki ever did when it come to that. It says the Russo brothers responded to a TikTok video by comicbook.com that shows the website's special assignment producer, Brandon Davis, drinking out of an Infinity Gauntlet mug and using a clown filter on his face. A caption reads, everyone who thought the Infinity Stones were important. And that's the picture. Kind of felt that way when that scene happened. In their TikTok response, Joe and Anthony Russo are both wearing fully equipped Infinity Gauntlets, while Joe has the clown filter on his face. They also include Davis' video that includes the "Everyone who thought the Infinity Stones were important" caption. You know what? I didn't really have a problem with Loki, except for a few details. One, I kind of felt like Loki kind of took a back seat in his own show. Two, I thought the Infinity Stones just becoming useless and pointless moving forward in the MCU was kind of heartbreaking to a certain extent because you spend so much time watching these movies. That's a lot of hours out of your life. It's something that means something to fans. It really means something to comic book fans, especially too. Who have literally spent their entire lives watching and reading these stories just for Marvel to just make a cheap gag out of it. It feels disrespectful in a lot of different ways. I'm glad the Russo brothers are kind of bringing this out. Maybe, you know what? Maybe that will actually change Marvel's ways when it comes to that, but I don't think it really will. You look at Black Widow. Black Widow had some moments, some really, really powerful moments uh, that they just completely, instead of just moving forward that moment, they would pull back with a cheap gag. And you had the whole hysterectomy joke. Like, I don't even know who come up with that and who thought that was funny. That seems just sick and twisted in a lot of different ways. But that could have been a moment where their family comes together and it's like, oh man, I didn't know what was going to happen to you in that situation, what was going to happen to you in the red room, all of those things. It just felt like those were moments that could have made those movies, and because they were not taken seriously, those movies were trash. Black Widow was absolute trash. It really was. Probably the worst movie in the whole MCU. In my book, that was the worst movie. That was a movie that never should have been made. It was a movie that was about 5 years too late from being important in any form or fashion. Um, so you know what, Marvel? I just feel like at this point you're grasping at straws. And I hate to say that. I love the MCU. I wish it all the best. I wish moving forward that maybe we would get a little bit more serious superhero shows. I'm not saying you got to go full DC. Don't go full DC, but you do, and you can have like a few gags here and there, but don't make the important things jokes. Don't retcon everything that you had worked so hard to build up over the years for cheap laughs. And even most times you don't even get that. So, what did you accomplish by it? Nothing. Literally nothing. They accomplished nothing by making the Infinity Stones a joke. Make the Infinity Gauntlet a joke. Everything that Thanos had been working for through those 10 years, a joke. Just a joke. Let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. Do you think that that Loki's first episode made a joke out of the Infinity Stones? Do you think that that will hurt Marvel going forward? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, guys, thanks for watching, and y'all take care.